Hey, first graders. Our lesson today is called Take Two, Roll, and Add. And in this lesson, we're going to be working on adding 2-digit and 1-digit numbers together. This is actually a game that you are going to be playing for your math homework today. So let's try this game together first. Now, for this game, you are going to need 1 dice and you are going to need a deck of cards. We're only using the numbers 0 through 9. So if you're playing with just a regular playing deck of cards, you're going to use the ace through 9, and then you're going to use your jack as your 0. Or if you happen to have a joker in your deck, you could use the joker as 0 as well. Now, if you don't have a deck of cards at home, you can make your own cards. All you need to do is take a piece of paper, cut it into pieces, and write numbers 0 through 9 on it. Really, you would only need those 10 cards, and you can just keep cycling through them as you play, as long as you give them a shuffle. Now, to start, I'm going to pick 2 cards, and these 2 cards are going to build my starting number. So I have a 1 and a 6. I'm going to write them in the order that I turned them up. So 1, 6, shout out the number. 16. Awesome. Now, my job is to toss the dice, and that's going to tell me how much more I'm going to add to this. So I'm going to give it a toss. I'm going to add 3 more. My equation has become 16 plus 3. Now, first graders, when I'm adding 2-digit and 1-digit numbers together, what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on those ones first. So I'm going to divide this starting number in half. I'm going to focus on my numbers in the 1 digits, and then I'll add on my groups of 10 from there. So I'm going to start by thinking, well, what's 6 plus 3? Well, 6 plus 3 is 9. And then I have that one group of 10 that's going to travel its way down. My new number is 19. I could also go 16, 17, 18, 19, and count on from that larger number. Now, when you're playing at home, player 2 is going to follow those same steps. But I don't have anyone home with me right now, so I'm going to play as player 2 as well. So again, I'm going to flip over 2 numbers. I have a 0 and a 4. Well, 0 plus 0 and 4 is just 4. So I'm going to turn those numbers around to build a 2-digit number instead. I'm going to put the 4 first and then my 0. So my starting number is 40. I'll give it a toss. I'm adding 5 more to it. Well, I know it's really easy to add to a number ending to 0 because I know it's going to be whatever I'm adding. So in this case, 40 plus 5 is going to turn into 45. If I add 0 ones and I'm adding 5 more, my 5 is going to go in the ones place there. Now my last job is to compare. I'm going to try to make this look slightly more like 19, but it's a little hard with my drawing tool. I have 19 and 45. In the circle, I need to compare those 2 numbers. Can you say it with me? I would say 19 is less than 45. When I drew my comparing symbol, I'm making sure the mouth is eating the bigger number. Awesome. Let's do one more round together as an example. So again, as player 1, I flipped my 2 cards. I saw an 8 and a 9. What number is it? 89. You got it. I'm going to toss my dice. It looks like I'm adding 3 to it. Now again, when I'm working with those 2-digit numbers, I'm going to always start by adding my ones together first. So 9 plus 3, well, I know 9 plus 3 is 12. Which means I have an extra group of 10 that gets moved over. I had 2 ones and 1 group of 10 to make 12. Now I'm looking at 8 groups of 10 plus 1 more group of 10 is 92. I also could have started at 89 and counted on from there. 89, 90, 91, 92. Either way gets me to that final answer. Now I'm going to act as player 2. I'm going to pick my 2 cards. So I see a 5 and a 2. Shout out the number for me, friends. 52. Now let's toss our dice to see how much we're adding. We're adding 4 more. Right now, I want you to decide how you're going to find that final answer. Are you going to work on your ones and then add on to your tens, or are you going to count on from 52? Right now, do that work and shout out the final answer for me. 56. You got it, first graders. Now we need to compare. 92 is what to 56? 92 is greater than 56. You got it. First graders, for your homework today, you are going to play this game as well. You have 4 problems to do, or 4 rounds of this game to play. You could play it all on your own like I did, or you could find someone else in your family to play it with. Again, you're going to need 1 die, and you're going to need some cards. You need numbers 0 through 9. If you're going to play with a regular playing deck of cards, you're going to use ace through jack, and you're going to take out the 10s. Ace being 1, the jack being your 0. If you're going to make your own cards, you only need to make 10 cards, 0 through 9, and you'll just keep cycling through them and reshuffling once you've used all of them in the pile. All right, first graders, have a great rest of your day.